In our top story for this hour, Prasa says that one of its lines from Johannesburg to Port Elizabeth will be reopened from today following the deadly Kroonstad train crash. The Passenger Rail Agency of South Africa confirmed cleanup operations of the deadly Free State train crash have been concluded. 19 people have been killed, hundreds more were injured when the train collided with the truck on Thursday. The train was travelling from Port Elizabeth to Johannesburg when the accident occurred. The route has been closed to allow for the scene to be cleared and for the rails to be repaired. The truck driver involved in Thursday's deadly crash faces culpable homicide charges. He reportedly failed to stop at a level crossing, causing the train to crash. Well, Prasa Group Chief Strategy Officer Dr. Sipho Sithole joins us on the phone line to give us an update on the latest issue. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Just in terms of mop-up operations having been declared complete, are lines fully resumed? Walk us through that, please.
Yes, the mop-up operations were completed yesterday, and only one line is now fully operational as of 8 o'clock this morning, which then means that, fortunately, the train that was scheduled to depart from Port Elizabeth to Johannesburg today will be departing on time at 13:15 today. And then we are then envisaging that the other line should be complete by tomorrow. And then that rail line will be fully rehabilitated. And we're grateful for the team that worked throughout the night to make sure that the service is back again.
Now, reports suggest that a signed task team has been put together, perhaps to identify the bodies. I mean, have the bodies been identified, families contacted? What is the stance on that matter?
Yes, Liz, the families have been contacted. We've asked families to come to Prasa at Mjanji House in Braamfontein tomorrow at 10 o'clock, where they will then be taken through the process and the procedure, because that part of the work is under the auspices of the police and the health services. So they will then be given detailed information as to when they will be called in to go and identify the bodies. But we have asked all the affected families to come to Prasa tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And then after that, we will be able to then further share information as to what has happened. But that process is underway.
And then just lastly, in terms of the survivors, obviously hundreds injured during that accident. What are their conditions based on those who had survived? There
were people that were taken to hospital after the accident, and by yesterday, only 2 were remaining in hospital, and there is now one that we've been told has been moved to Mill Park because they could afford to do so. But the rest have all been discharged. And you would also remember that at the site of the crash, 461 passengers were able to be taken home because they did not sustain any serious injuries. And we will be meeting again as the Prasa, Department of Transport, and other entities tomorrow at about 11:30 to pave the way forward as to how we're going to assist not only the deceased but also those that were injured. And that information will be dispersed as and when we are able to communicate to the public. But as Prasa, we are there to make sure that we assist everyone that was affected, either inconvenience in terms of their journey or injured and the deceased family members.
The driver officially has been charged. Can you confirm this? What is his condition like?
I'm not able to comment on that because that is the side of the police. We've only just been dealing with the passenger that we had on our train. So that is now a criminal investigation that the police is dealing with. And unfortunately, I don't have the detail of the investigating office. If I had, I would give to you so that you can talk to them directly.
All right, Dr. Sipho Sithole, thank you very much for joining us. Of course, that was Prasa Group Chief Strategy Officer Dr. Sipho Sithole just joining us on the phone line, updating us on the Kroonstad, the Free State train crash which happened on Thursday. 18 people killed, many survivors, 461 people uninjured, taken back home, hundreds more in conditions. Only 2 left in hospital and should be discharged shortly.